So this is where we are. So this is where we are in terms of what we've done in trigonometric function. We said that given the function, the graph of the function, can we go backwards and find what is the function itself? And we'll find that we can express this graph in terms of a cos, or it could be expressed as a sine. So let's take a look. Now, to be able to figure the equation, we have to know the four values for A, B, C, and D. Okay, so we're gonna figure out the A, the B, the C, and the D. So, and here, we know the maximum is 3. So I know maximum is 3. Minimum is -1. Okay. Now we're going to need to know what the amplitude is. Okay. So what's the amplitude here? Amplitude could be, this one you have to know or memorize because it's not going to be given to you. Maximum minus minimum divided by 2. So if we apply that in here, okay, max minus min divided by 2, and that would be our amplitude. So maximum, I said, is 3 minus minimum. I gotta be careful here, minus -1 divided by 2, and that gives us 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Amplitude is 2. Now, what is the median line, which is the D value, right? How do we figure out the median? So yesterday I said the median is the middle. Well, when we say middle, that's more like the average of maximum and minimum. So add them up, max plus min divided by 2. So max is 3, add -1, divide by 2, so that's going to give us 1. So these two are super easy. We can determine the amplitude once we know the maximum and minimum, and we can determine the D value once we also have the maximum and minimum. And let's see if that even makes sense according to the picture. Okay, because remember I said that your picture has to match the equation, right? It has to match. So maximum is 3, minimum is -1, median is 1. Does that look like it's in the middle? Yeah, that looks like it's, the median line looks like it's in the middle. So that one, the 1 for D, makes sense to us, right? If you see there's a discrepancy in your graph and your equation, we have to go back and we have to change it or figure out what happened. So that's good. And then here we said amplitude is 2. Does it show 2 in this picture? We said amplitude is from median to the maximum, which is, 2 units up, or amplitude is from median line to the minimum, which is also 2 units. So that's good. You got the A and you got the D. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, we don't know if it's shifted left or right, not yet. Let's see if we can figure out the period. What's the period? Okay, so how do we know it's 2 pi?
Going from crest to crest.
So you can go from maximum to maximum, right? How far apart are they? From -pi to pi, so that makes it 2 pi, right? Or you can go minimum to the minimum, so this is 0 to 2 pi, which is 2 pi. Is everybody okay with that? Yeah? Okay. And if not, please say something, okay? I can't read your mind, so let me know. So once we know what the period is, we can now then figure out B. B is period, 2 pi divided by 2 pi over P. And that's B is equals to 2 pi over 2 pi, which is equal to 1. Okay, so what do we have so far? We figured out the amplitude. We figured out the median line, which is the D. We figured out the B. Okay, so the B is at 1, right? B is 1. So far we got y equals to 2 sine 1. Okay, I'm just going to put 1 there. So x. Okay, we're going to work with the phase shift in a second, plus 1. Okay. Huh? What's that? Sine? Oh, why is it not? Why? No, we have to do it for both. Yeah, yeah, with sine, and then we're also going to do the cos, okay? Yeah, so we have, you're right, there's, yeah. Earlier I said that we can have the same graph and express it as a sine function, or we could also express it as a cosine function. Now, remember what we said, that, what does a sine function look like? It starts from the median line to another median line, right? Okay, see this? From median line to median line. Where do you think it starts? From median line, if I cut this off, okay, hold on. You got it. I just finished my explanation. You got it. So this is the start, right? This is the start of a graph, right? Yes? This is your graph. So your start of the graph happened at this particular point, which is pi half. So this is pi 1, 2, 3, 4. So each one is pi over 4. But this is pi over 4, 2 pi over 4. And we know 2 pi over 4 is pi half, right? So this is where your graph started. What's that mean? It got shifted to the right by pi half. So what do I put? Minus pi half. Is that good? So the equation is, in terms of sine, y is equal to 2 sine brackets. I put 1 there, okay, just to make sure that we didn't forget about it. But if it's not there, it's understood 1 times x minus pi half plus 1. Yes? Okay. Now, that same graph, what we're going to do is we're going to express as a cosine function. So let's see. The cosine function would have the same amplitude, right? Same amplitude 2, cosine, the same period, right? Because it's still the same cycle. 1, x, and then I'm going to leave that for a second. Double bracket it. Okay, now let's see if we could figure out this. Did it shift to the left? No, this is my right. Right? Or did it shift to the left? And by how much? Okay, Anybody remember what the cosine graph looked like?
Like a silly smile.
Yeah, it looks like this. Starts with a maximum, and then went to the minimum, and then back to maximum, right? So you remember these. It looks like a smile. Okay, well, where do you think that start is?
-pi.
Okay, yeah. So there's possibly two possible solutions to this, right? So if you see that I can see that this one, okay. I'm gonna block these two. Does it look like that? Yeah. So you can say it moved to the left, pi, right? Okay. What's the other possibility? What about this one?
We use that one even though it's not complete?
Yeah, that's okay too, because there's an arrow, so it would eventually go like that. Yeah, that's a possibility too. That's it would kind of look like if you reflect it this way, it's the same, right? If you over that way, you can, but that's a possibility too. Isn't it interesting? Okay. Okay. I can see where your imagination is taking you. It's taking you to a good place. Okay, so you have possibilities. This is a possibility. Okay. A possibility that this graph moved to the left by pi. Yeah? Okay, so we can write that down. It could be left, so I'm going to go minus negative pi. That's a possibility. What's the other possibility? Okay, what if we say, oh, well, it didn't go to the left, actually went to the right by pi. That's okay too. We can say y is equals to 2 cos 1 x minus positive pi, yes? Do you see that? Everybody see it that way too? Now, this is one that I didn't even think about, which somebody did, which is great. Okay. Imagine, and I think this is what you imagined, it got reflected down. So, okay, I'm going to redraw this before reflection that you're talking about. This could have been up here. This is stays there. This stays here. This stays there. This stays there. So it kind of goes like this. Wow, I did not even think about this as when I'm looking at it, but that is absolutely true. Do you see it?
Power Rangers?
Huh?
Looks like Power Rangers.
Does it look like power? Okay, I'm not sure. Kind of looks like that. Okay, well, if this is what it looks like and just got reflected, how can we change the equation? So there is no phase shift. But just a reflection. This makes a difference for that one.
Why are there so many?
Wow. Because it keeps repeating itself.
So all of these are
possibilities, yeah.
correct answers. On or in a test or on the exam, would we be correct to all of them or just one?
Just one, yeah. Like, we don't have to think about all of them. Obviously, one of your colleagues here pointed that out, so yeah, let's go. Very good. Awesome. It's actually not very good, it's awesome. Now, and there's probably going to be many possibilities there, right? But this is the good ones. Okay? Now that's just, so I guess for y. And there's probably other possibilities for sine, but let's take a look at this one. What do you think the A is? What do you think? A and D are easy. How's it going? Everything's okay? So far so good? So you've at least figured out A and the D, right? Yeah? Okay, good. Those are the easy ones. They're not bad. So our A is max minus min. So A is 4. Did you get 4? Yeah, thumbs up, okay. And the D is max plus min plus divided by 2. It's like taking the average, which is in the middle. Negative 3. Yes?
Yeah.
That's 3 for A.
Negative 3 minus. A is 4.
A is 4.
B is negative 3.
Mm-hmm.
B is 1.
Okay, hold on. That's what I'm not quite there yet. Okay, let's see. My max is 1 minus negative 7, so that makes it 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Median is negative 3. Median is negative 3. Now, before we carry on, I want to make sure, does that make sense? Is the negative 3 in the middle? Yeah? So that means from median, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Median to maximum, 4. Median to minimum, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So far so good? Yeah. Good. And then now, the next easy one. What's a period?
2
How do you know it's 2 pi? How did you figure that out?
From crest to crest.
Yeah, so you can figure it from crest to crest also, or maximum to maximum, or minimum to minimum. So from here to here, pi, and there are 3 equal parts. So that means this is 1 pi thirds, 2 pi thirds, 3 pi thirds, 4 pi thirds, 5 pi thirds, 6 pi thirds, right? So each one is a third of a pi, and that's 6 of them. So that means 6 pi thirds divided by, it's 2 pi, right? Okay, so period is 2 pi, therefore b is equals to 2 pi over p, which is 2 pi over 2 pi, which is 1. Okay, good. So these are the easy ones, A, B, and then the D. Now the C, let's take a look. We're gonna write it first in terms of sign. Okay, what does the sign look like? Okay, median to median, right? Okay, so this is gonna be 4 sine, I'm gonna put brackets 1, brackets x, okay, I'm leaving that alone for now, minus 3. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start, let's remind ourselves what the sign looks like, from median, maximum, minimum, back to median. Okay, where's the start of the graph? Where do you think they started the graph here? What's that?
Of the sine graph?
Of the sine graph.
It starts at negative 5 pi over 6.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, where's the start of the graph? The start of the graph, you can think of it as from here to there, right? Is that okay? Now this part here, we don't know. What is that? What do we know so far? These are thirds. So half would be 6, right? So 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6. So negative 5 6. So minus negative 5 pi by 6. And of course we can clean that up, right? Because we can just say that becomes x plus, so 4 sine 1 times x plus 5 pi by 6 minus 3. Oh, yeah, okay, let's try that. Let's try that. That's a good question, right? Like, if you don't understand, let us know right away. Okay, so we know that, okay, so the tick marks are up here. Like each one is pi by 3. Are we okay? So if this is pi and cut into 3 equal parts, we know that this is pi over 3, right? Pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 3. Now this one over here, this is the start of the graph, it's in the middle. So if this is pi over 3, then if we cut the middle parts, then that's pi by 6. So the middle would be pi by 6. So each one would be pi by 6 if we cut it in halves. Now, it starts over here, so I'm going to count this way by pi by 6. So 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6. And it's going to the negative, so it's negative 5 pi by 6. Any other questions? Those are good ones. Mm-hmm. What's that? Can we call it 2 pi over 3? Are you talking about this one? Oh, 2 pi over 3? No, because we can't reduce this piece. Yeah, we can't reduce. Is that okay? Hold on. where's the start? The sign. Let's see, hold on. Yeah. Can you think of another way of doing this? So we'll get the same result.
For sign?
Mm-hmm.
Just the other way?
The other way, this way, right? So this could be the start. Go this way. Is that a possibility? Yeah, so we can say it's shifted to the right by how much? 1, 6, 2, so 2, 4, 6, 7. So or, I'm gonna put or, y equals to 4 sine 1 times x. It's gonna, this is the start, right? This is the start of that. If I call this as my starting point, then I could go 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 6. So minus positive 7 pi over 6 minus 3. So that's a one other possibility. Do you know that these two are coterminals? Do you see it? Are you convinced that they are coterminals? Yeah? You see it in your brain? 5 pi by 6 and negative. So 5 pi by 6, so 1. Oh, that's not 5 by 6. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pi by 6 is here, if you turn this way. You see that? Okay. Now, if I go the other way, oh, it should be, no, backwards. This is a negative 5 pi by 6, the other way. Back, back, back. Negative 5 pi by 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a negative 5 pi by 6. What about the other one? Positive 7 pi by 6. Where would the 7 pi by 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of neat, isn't it? Yeah, they're in the same place. So that means when they started the cycle thing, they started instead at the minimum, instead of over here, they started here. And then they turned around either this way or this way. Are those all pieces coming together for us? The coterminal, all that stuff. Now, let's do cosine. What does a cosine look like? Okay, any possibilities? It's still going to be starting the same. So 4 cos brackets 1 x. I'll leave the face shift slightly. Okay, where's the beginning? Okay, remember the graph has to start with the maximum. Where's the possibility? First possibility is shifting to the left pi by 3. So it's going to be minus left, so that's negative pi over 3. If we clean that up, that makes it a plus pi by 3. What's the other possibility?
Minus 5 pi over 3. So I can just go right down.
Oh, okay, so you already go 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3. So you can say this is my start. You can say this is my start, and then I'm going this way. Okay. Minus, what's this one here? 5 pi over 3. Minus 3. Okay? It's good. So, I'm gonna stop right here for a second and I'll do the second half, but before you go for your quick break, I wanna show you something. Okay? So I'm gonna stop this because I'm gonna show you something on a different screen.